What up, nerds? This is Clay Cooper from Prep Expert. I've got a perfect score on the SAT and a perfect score on the ACT. And today I'm going to show you how to solve exponent rule questions on both tests. So exponent rule questions are one of the most common question types that you'll encounter on both the SAT and the ACT's math sections. You should be rock solid on your exponent rules before you show up to take either one of these tests. These are like layup problems. You know they're going to be on the test. You can master these problems by mastering the simple exponent rules that I'm about to show you. And if you do that, that converts easily into points. So lots of students are going to miss these questions on the real test, but you shouldn't be one of them. You know these are coming. I'm about to give you the rules you need to solve them, and then we'll even practice applying that on this problem. So before we can solve exponent rule questions, we need to know the exponent rules. Let me run through a quick list of the ones you need to know. So the first exponent rule that I think is really important is this. X to the y times x to the z is equal to x to the y plus z. So if you have the same base with different exponents and those numbers are multiplied by each other, then you just add the exponents together. And kind of the inverse of that is this one. X to the y over x to the z equals x to the y minus z. So if you have the same base with different exponents and one's divided by the other, then you just subtract those exponents. Then we have this one, x to the y quantity to the z is the same as x to the y times z. That one's really important. It shows up a lot. This is probably the most important one. It shows up a lot. And that is this, x to the y over z is equal to the z root of x to the y. So that's an important one. Make sure you get comfortable with it. The numerator of the fraction that is the exponent on the left becomes the exponent inside the root sign on the right. The denominator z on the left becomes the root that you're taking on the right. Here's another important one. X to the 0 equals 1 for all x. So no matter what x is, x to the 0 equals 1. And sometimes my students ask me, what about 0 to the 0? Does that still equal 1? And the answer is that's not tested on either the SAT or the ACT. Mathematicians haven't really decided on that, so they're not going to test you on the ACT or the SAT about it. All right, cool. Here's another one. We have, if I have the root of xy, and this isn't really an exponent rule, but it's worth talking about. If I have the root of xy, that's the same as the root of x times the root of y. In other words, I can split up roots by factoring them. We also need to know this one. If I have x to the y equals x to the z, then I must know that y equals z. Now that's only true as long as x is not -1, 0, or 1. So let me run back through that one more time. If you have the same base to different exponents set equal to each other, like x to the y is set equal to x to the z, then those exponents themselves must be equal to each other. The only time that isn't true is if x itself is -1, 0, or 1. Those numbers have special properties that mean we can't apply this rule in that situation. But as long as the base is not -1, 0, or 1, if you have the same base set to different exponents equal to each other, those exponents themselves must be equal to each other. So that's all the exponent rules that you need to know on test day. You should note that logarithms are tested on the ACT. That's a separate topic that we're not going to go over in this video. Logarithms are not tested on the SAT. But if you're taking the ACT, make sure you do know logarithms. We'll cover those in a later video. Okay, so back to our practice problem. Now that we've gone over the rules, and remember, you should master every one of those rules before you show up on test day, we should be able to attack this exponent rule question very easily. So, which of the following is equivalent to 16 to the 2/3? So another tip on exponent rule questions that actually doesn't even really have to do with the rules strictly is this. If you're facing a clear exponent rule question like this one, and you see a number that you happen to know is a power of another number, like 16, you should go ahead and rewrite that number as a base to a power. In other words, I know that 16 is the same as 4 squared, right? So as soon as I see that, since I know it's an exponent rule question, I'm going to go ahead and replace 16 with 4 squared. So I get 4 squared to the 2/3. Cool. Now that should begin to lead us toward the answer, right? I already see that. I can apply my exponent rule that said if x to the y is taken quantity to the z, that's the same as x to the y times z, right? That's what we have here. So I can just multiply those two exponents. 2 times 2/3 would be 4/3. What I've really got is 4 to the 4/3. Now, I can apply another exponent rule that we just learned, which is that if I have x to the y over z, that's the same as the z root of x to the y. Applying that here, it looks like 4 to the 4 over 3 is the same as the cube root of 4 to the 4. Cool, but now there's another exponent rule that we just learned that I could apply, which is this. Root of x times y is equal to the root of x times the root of y. So applying that here, I could say that the cube root of 4 to the 4th is the same as the cube root of 4 to the 3rd times the cube root of 4. In other words, I've just split this 4 to the 4th up into 4 to the 3rd times 4, right? So I can then split that root up. Now it becomes easier though, because the cube root of 4 cubed is just 4. And the cube root of 4 remains as it is, and I see that is answer choice A. So I've managed to rewrite the expression that they gave me as one of their answer choices, just using the exponent rules that we just learned. So make sure again that you show up on test day with all those exponent rules mastered. They are layups. Those questions should be easy points for you on test day, points that other students won't get. So that's all I've got for you today about how to solve exponent rule questions on the SAT and the ACT. Please don't forget to smash that like button if you found this video helpful. You can also subscribe to Prep Expert's YouTube channel for other videos just like this one. You can also leave us a comment below this video and let us know what you'd like to hear about in our next video. We might feature the comment that you leave as the topic for our next video. So let us know what you want advice on from a 2-time perfect score. There's also a coupon code in the description below this video that will entitle you to discounts on all of our products on our website, prepexpert.com. You can sign up for a course with myself or another one of our instructors, or you can sign up for tutoring if you'd prefer that. So until next time, keep working hard.